Oh my
We're
God.
live.
Hello.
We are back. We are not dead.
Believe it or not. Uh,
And we thought we should come back because we noticed there's a lot of bullshit on YouTube now.
a ton of it.
hmm
Seriously.
Everybody and their fucking grandmother is a bruja, I guess.
There's been an explosion. It's like the gremlins. Somebody poured water and poof, 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 a bunch of witches came out.
So we have some shit that we want to talk because we're good at talking shit, and that's why you guys missed us, right, bitch?
We're back.
Okay, so my sister has recently told me about some rather harsh epidemic that's been happening on the, I don't know, I guess the magical community about emoji magic.
Um, this is not to put anybody down. This is for us actual people that learned magic the hard way before there was like I don't know. There was like a Oregon Trail like when I was a kid
God, I
online.
remember that game.
But like there was no emojis. Like you weren't talking all the time. And I guess on Tumblr I found that there's a person there that's willing to do an emoji spell for you and they'll post it on your Tumblr, and supposedly, like, they can make, I don't know, anything happen with these emojis. And a high priestess I know, when I told her and mentioned it, she thought it was fucking hilarious. She was like, "Oh my god, what has happened? What's happened to magic? Like, what? Nobody takes it serious anymore. It's sad. Like, people are misinformed, like uneducated, and they don't know." But I thought it was interesting because I'm open to magic, but I can't see that only being used creating any kind of change. Maybe. Anyways, a lot of the older people were like laughing, and a lot of the younger people were trying to defend it. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about it.
I feel like that would be like fighting fire with a raindrop.
Pretty much, pretty much. I don't know. I think sometimes people see things, movies, and they think that's serious. That's it. But it's not
I
real.
am so sick, and I shouldn't even say that. It's very super hypocritical of me because if you go to my videos, there's like honey jar for everything. But even I am sick of fucking honey jars. Everybody, like, there's a honey jar for everything.
That's what I was gonna
Everything.
say. I was gonna say that there's no point in teaching anything. You can Google fucking anything online, and it's there. I'm sure necromancy's on there too. You got some fucking expert at raising the dead. So I think what needs to happen more is like discussion, maybe about experiences, results that have happened out of rituals we've done or whatnot. Experiences, even supernatural experiences, even alien experiences, whatever, just different
Interdimensional
beings.
beings.
I've been having contact with these fuckers. So yes, there's many things going on that I feel are much more, I don't know, of a contribution maybe um, to magical growth as opposed to learning the same honey jar by like 100 different people.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people doing it, and a lot of you are not even doing it right. Ugh, no, I'm not even going to go into that. I have one thing that I want to talk about, and it's the use of herbs. When people think that they can use any herb for anything,
Tell,
and
tell us about the thought
oh my
again.
god, there's this. Like I study herbs, and I study herbs like in the Afro-Caribbean traditions too, like Palo Mayombe and Ifa Ocha, like Umbanda, all those herbs. I've been studying them, okay, and I'm still studying them. And sometimes I go into botanigas and they try to sell like, I don't know, I'm assuming it's a piece of oak wood or something, like, and they have like the same piece of wood claiming it's this herb, it's this stick and that stick. I'm like, these are all the same, right? Or like, hey, take this sweet bath, and I look at that and I'm like, there's rue in there, and rue's a bitter herb. There, you can't use that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you can really fuck yourself up. Or I don't like when, okay, everybody's big thing about love, right? And using roses. Why? Why do you use
There
roses?
are
Do you know
other
why?
flowers.
Well, not like that, Sam, but actuality, roses weaken work.
I
It's
don't use
not,
them.
those are good for cleansings.
I give them to.
Yeah, they're offerings. You can
Yeah.
use them on your, so you can't really use them to make somebody fall in love with you. But people just like, oh, those are for love. Okay, well, do you not understand why they're used for love? If you don't understand why something is used for something, don't use it.
I think they think because Valentine's Day. Or because when you get engaged, you give a woman roses. That's what I think. I think that's the reason why people correlate the two. I'm gonna assume. Possibly.
Yeah, well,
Just like gladiolas, they associate that with death because they always have them at funerals. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming that's probably why people assume that. Like, oh, everybody gets roses, from the person they love.
it's a universal symbol of like affection.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are way more other herbs, and if you really want it, look, I'm gonna give you a little secret. If you really want someone to be like into you, and I'm not saying they're gonna fall in love with you because,
But they're gonna fuck you.
but this is a little, use honey and cinnamon.
Well,
That's good.
honey is delicious, and cinnamon.
Like
is
rub
more
that honey all
spices.
over your pussy, girl. All over them titties, girl. Get it right.
It's gonna look good.
And that sweeten your aura. Sweeten your aura. Work on. If you want somebody to be attracted to you, don't try to work on them. Work on yourself so that you are the kind of you can manipulate them so that you're the kind of person that you think they'd be attracted to. Do your research on the person too.
I think right there she said it. Do your research. And that's what it is with magic. It takes a little bit of time. I think sometimes we get impulsive and we want to do the work right now. And we need to take a few steps back, get our head right, do a little research so we can do it correctly. And then there's no backlash, and then you're good and everything's solid. That's what I think.
There's also a lot more to the magical world than just hoodoo.
Well, yeah, of
I
course.
love hoodoo, and that's what I'm good at. But like, there's so much more, and especially there's also like nobody really talks about philosophies or techniques. It's always like, okay, I'm doing this spell for a client. Everybody has clients these days. Even little kids have clients.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I was going to do something about just not, philosophy is magic, but also other things. And they go on I want to say like celestial realm, because I don't know if you can categorize it just, it's magic, you know what I mean? But it's something bigger. But yeah, I'd love to hear other people's experiences or ideas, anything unusual. I've been having like missing time. I mean, just things like that. Like when I sleep, missing time, waking up in different positions, like Prince. And I often think maybe I do it to myself, but I don't know. I've had a few other people that I work with and stuff say they've had the same thing. So, we'd like to hear from you guys, see what's going on in your guys' lives and share ours kind of thing.
Yeah, especially people who are working with spirits and different, and I mean like really working with spirits. I'm not saying making petitions to them.
No, yeah.
Or reading about them. I know right now for me, I'm working with a lot of energies that I'm really starting to learn to adapt to. And it shifts your energy when you work with these entities because they're not necessarily my mom. No, they're like, okay, when I say them choosing to work with you, you know what I mean?
They do choose to work with you. You can go and try to invoke them and try and call, but if they're not feeling you, they're like people too. They're not feeling your energy. You know what I mean? That's a good thing you brought that up, actually.
Well, it's a good thing
because it's true. And sometimes we may not understand the one that is with us or the energy that's with us. We don't get it or feel it, but I think in time later when you look back, you see why you need it. You needed it. So it's interesting too because it's not always a forever thing. It's just sometimes it's for periods, like blocks of times where you're working with this energy.
It's not just like there's different goddesses, entities, and also like the spirits that you have with you at birth. Everybody has a group of spirits that they were born with, and that's what you call a spiritual frame, right? So within the spiritual frame, you might have spirits that are desperately trying to connect with you, but for some reason you block them. Then you might have spirits who, for some reason, they said they're going to manifest through your soul, and then they start to live through you, which isn't always bad.
Sometimes you don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know.
They're living through you. But, you get a sense of it or somebody senses it.
Oh, we gotta go. Bye. How do I end this? Wait, how do I end this? Show me how to.
Do I gotta go? Is he talking? Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Well, that was a good ending anyway.